About a month ago, Gemini 2.5 Nano Banana was introduced into Photoshop, and I have to say, I was really impressed with one of its applications, and I said, I'm going to try this out. I've pulled up a low resolution image of myself on screen to demonstrate how it can up-res and add detail to low resolution imagery. I get given a lot of low-res imagery from clients and individuals like staff that need to get featured in annual reports or, presentation decks, but their images are so poorly cropped or shot or just so low in resolution that it's embarrassing to even put them in the design. You go back to them and say, can you reshoot the photo on your mobile at least if you can't get it professionally done? And sometimes they just don't have the time or the facilities or whatever it might be. There's an excuse. So if you can't get your hands on a high-res photo of them, and this is the only option you've got left, it's actually a pretty good workaround. You get a low-res image like the one I've got on screen of me taken over 10 years ago, so I'm very different. It was the end of the night at a wedding, and this is a highly cropped version out of a larger photo. But I'm going to select my head, and there's two approaches I'm going to take to this. One is, let's focus on the head. I'm going to go to Generative Fill, and I'm going to make sure I've selected the Gemini 2.5 Nano Banana model, because it will automatically default to Firefly, but we don't want Firefly, we want Nano Banana. I'm going to give it a really simple prompt, enhance detail and resolution. Hit generate, bang, super easy, and let's see what happens. So technically, by what I've prompted it, it's going to up-res my image. If you have an even marginally better image quality than what I've got, you'll get a better result. But wow, okay, there it is. As I was talking, it's completely changed me. Now, it has thrown me off my original position. My head's gone up in size, first of all, and it has moved my position. So I will need to bring down the opacity of this image and just manually bring it back into place, which is a bit unfortunate to have to tweak the image like this, but that's what we've got to work with. So that's roughly back in place, yeah? Let's do a quick comparison by flicking the layers on and off to see what's changed. Is it 100% me? Not quite. I know I didn't have that many crow's feet when I was 29, so that's something that is not quite accurate. You will still probably need to make some adjustments to the images if you know the person that well, or if it's of you. But look at what the detail it has picked up. And this is, mind you, still on a low-res image of 72 dpi. It has picked up all the general features okay. It's even picked up on my sunspots. It's added so much more detail to the hair. I've got so much more definition there, which is fantastic. It's even got a little bit of extra focus on the eyes and more blur around the ear. So it's got that little bokeh effect. Amazing. So can I tell it's me? Yes. Is it really genuinely my face? No. You can still sense this bit of plasticity to it. It's not a substitute for professional photography. So I'd still recommend using a photographer to get a good portrait shot of you or anyone you need. But it's a great workaround. So the other approach that I'm going to take to this is select the whole image and apply the same prompt. The reason why I want to try this is to see if it will throw me off my position or will it keep the pixels in place if I include the entire image. So let's enhance detail and resolution and click generate. Right, it's slightly changed my eye color. They look a little more blue than they do. It has knocked me off position a little bit, but in terms of keeping the aspect ratio, it's done it. It's actually added quite a bit more clarity to the pattern on the tie, the pattern on the shirt, and again, yeah, my eye color is not like that. Added a few crow's feet that I just do not like to see. It's certainly not reflective of my age. My sunspots are dramatically larger and more obvious, and I don't think they're that bad. So right, it's not perfect. You might have to make some edits, but look, for what it's done, I think it is a pretty good workaround for those low-res images you get from clients and individuals that are needed in a design and can't supply you with one. So yeah, good luck using it. I think it's a great tool. It takes a lot for me to be impressed by AI tools, and this one has actually really saved the day. The last thing, I might have mentioned it, but just make sure that you're inserting it at a scale that is still appropriate for the design. For example, if it needs to go to print, you probably don't want to use an AI generated portrait, on a full page, say a full US letter or a 4-page layout, because you will pick up on it being AI generated, and it probably won't give you the detail that you need, right? So it probably works for those smaller applications, maybe this big in the layout. So just be mindful of the scale you use it, but certainly a good workaround.